Good morning and welcome to yet another edition of Sunday's Yes 101 Visual Radio, bringing you the news. I'm Mariam Gunavijaya. We've got details of stories that matter to you. But before that, here's a look at your headlines.
News First headline.
Navy seizes 21 Indian fisherfolk and 2 poaching trawlers in Sri Lankan waters. Kachati was ceded to Sri Lanka despite DMK's objections, Stalin tells Modi. School sports events must be held after Sinhala and Tamil New Year, instructions from the Education Minister. UN says acute malnutrition spreading fast among children in Gaza. Akib Javed joins Sri Lanka as a fast bowling coach. And now your stories in detail. The Sri Lanka Navy seized 2 Indian trawlers and apprehended 21 Indian fishermen poaching in Sri Lankan waters off the Delf Island. This was during a special operation to chase away Indian poaching trawlers from Sri Lankan waters. The seized trawlers, together with the 21 Indian fishermen, were brought to the Kankasanthare harbour and they will be handed over to the Mailadi Fisheries Inspector for onward legal proceedings. This was confirmed by the Sri Lanka Navy. Meanwhile, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu M.K. Stalin has rejected Prime Minister Narendra Modi's allegation that Tamil fishermen were attacked by the Sri Lankan Navy because of the sins jointly committed by the DMK and the Congress, and said that Kachativu was given to Sri Lanka despite strong protests by the DMK. Is the Prime Minister so innocent to believe that a state government can cede a part of the country to another nation? What are the steps taken by the BJP in the last 10 years to retrieve Kachativu? He asked on social media. He also asked why the BJP government that pressured the Sri Lankan government for the business interests of the Adani Group has not raised its voice for the traditional fishing rights of Tamil fisherfolk. The Chief Minister said the BJP government was ignoring the interests of Tamil Nadu, and Modi had no answer when the people asked him to list the special programs that his government had implemented for the welfare of Tamil Nadu. In other local news, Minister of Education Dr. Susil Premajayantha has stressed that sports events in schools should be held after the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. He said the decision was taken due to the prevailing dry spell across Sri Lanka. More on this is available on our website www.newsfirst.lk.
International news.
In international news, the main United Nations aid agency operating in Gaza has said that acute malnutrition was accelerating in the north of the Palestinian enclave as Israel prepared to send a delegation to Qatar for new truce talks on a hostage deal with Hamas. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees said 1 in 3 children under the age of 2 in northern Gaza are now acutely malnourished, putting more pressure on Israel over the looming famine.
Sports news.
And in sports, it's cricket. Former Pakistan fast bowler Akib Javed has been appointed Sri Lanka's fast bowling coach. He is set to assume the role with immediate effect until the conclusion of the T20 World Cup in the West Indies and USA in June. Javed is set to leave for Sri Lanka next week. Javed played 163 ODIs and 22 Test matches for Pakistan between 1988 and 1998 and was part of the squad that won the 1992 World Cup. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101 Visual Radio. You can join us again this afternoon for more of the stories in detail. For the News First team, I'm Mariam Gunavijaya. Thank you very much for joining us.